Hello and welcome to the Hat Chat podcast, episode 202 it looks like.
That's precisely correct. I'm Ross Hornby.
Great, I am Chris Trott.
And I'm Chris Trott.
No, you're not.
I'm Chris Trott.
I'm Alex
You
Smith.
can't all be
I'm
me.
Chris Hodgson Trott.
Thanks Matissa7 for that fingle.
Mantis
Same as last week's.
It was the same as last
kept
week,
that
sorry.
one because we liked it. Why not?
And yeah, thanks very much.
My
Definitely
bad.
just didn't change it. It's fine. It's good. If you want to send in fingles, where can they send them to, Chris Trott?
Or they can send them straight to our email, which is hatchat@hat-films.com. And if you're watching visually, God, that was a good transition. Look
God,
at
yeah,
that.
look at those fresh
My
transitions.
God.
We're back in our original setup.
That's right.
Back in the days when we announced this and we made Craig wear a weird white wig and run around a forest. Remember that?
With
When we
the,
first
and he
announced
found,
Yes.
he found the
this-
little cassette tape.
Yeah, he found the cassette tape with the spool and he's like, hat chat. And then he rushed in there. We're like, what are you doing in there, mate?
You found the cassette
We're
tape.
recording it. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Idiot. Yeah, that was a really,
trailer
really
of
good trailer. And you
whole
should go
thing.
watch it on the Hat Films YouTube
Hat
channel.
Chat, the Hat Chat
The Hat
podcast,
Chat
YouTube channel. That's
YouTube.
right.
But yeah, we're back in the office now. Obviously, the warehouse. We've waved goodbye to that warehouse. Set it on fire with loads of gasoline.
We burnt the whole
and then
fucker down.
Didn't look at the explosion.
I am working on a slog that I need to edit. I need to find time. We've also been desperately packaging all of the stuff from the auction,
Yes.
which has been a bigger job than we expected. It's one of those things, you don't think about the admin afterwards, but the admin should really be thought of kind of when you're planning things.
Yeah.
Yes. True.
That's
So
good.
we're still doing that. If you are waiting for those and you're listening to this, you're like, where the fuck is that weird thing I bought?
It's on the route.
Probably currently here, but it's on the way next week.
I'm looking at all the packages that we've packaged up, bubble wrapped,
Yep.
weighed, and done the dimensions of.
Indeed.
It's
Yeah.
taken quite a lot of time.
And then we have
turns
to print
out.
off all the labels and then stick them to labels and then get them collected.
Yeah.
That's the next
So
step.
guys, this is we are recording a hat chat right
It's
now.
boring,
You've
isn't it?
spoken so much about packaging things.
Yeah,
Well,
but-
I just want them to know that I just wanted to
Yeah.
go through some of what we
Okay.
went through.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed
Verbally.
using the Gorilla Tape. That was nice.
Okay.
Yeah. What was your favourite tape to use?
Parcel tape.
Anything that would, I'd tape both your mouths up right now. Okay, I'm just going to tape them shut. There's lots of crazy things happening in the world.
In the tape
And-
industry.
and-
Always crazy things happening.
This one in particular is the 3-Eye Atlas. Interstellar
What's that?
Object.
Oh, yeah, I've
Have you
heard of
heard
this.
of
Yeah, I
this?
have
The
heard of
3-Eye
this. It's
Atlas
all
Interstellar
bullshit.
Object. Well, it's not bullshit. It's actually there.
Well,
Trott.
it's real, but everyone's thinking it's aliens.
Oh
blah,
yeah, of
blah.
course. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's aliens. What do you think?
I really hope it's not aliens.
It's got to be aliens.
I've
They're coming
really
towards us.
flipped my perspectives after like a lot of like diving in to like.
It's not aliens.
No, I just hope it's not aliens. It could be aliens.
It's not.
I
I
hope
not.
they come destroy
like-
the planet.
because it's over like 44 billion tons of, and well, they think that there was some analysis
big.
using the James Webb Telescope, I think, that said that it's probably over 6 billion years old. They think so. They've
Wow.
looked at the way of the formation of the surface of the object, and they've done some sort of crazy light testing. Whatever the hell, however that all works. But basically, they think it's older than our planet. This object.
Oh yeah, by like billions of years.
Yeah, and it's been sailing
because
through
we're
the
like
cosmos.
Well, that's how old is that?
What? I think they said 10 billion. And
So
we're
it's like
6 billion?
No,
are we?
we're
less than that.
We're 9,999,992,000 years younger. Because obviously I'm a creationist, so
Oh, fuck. God, the maths are really off now then. Jeez. I mean, well done for trying to break it down. But so Trott thinks the Earth started 2,000 years ago. You say
25.
What's the Earth?
2025.
Right, 2025, of course.
Be
Yeah.
specific. Yeah.
But that can't be right, Trott, because I mean, creationists. Do they think no? Because they didn't think that the world started when Jesus came. Because we're living in the.
I believe that it's like a sect.
Your own
subsect
personal
of-
thing. You think the world started existing when Jesus was born. Right. How could he? But Mary is known to have existed within pretty much all of the branches of the Christian
You've
faith.
heard the Old Testament, right? That God literally spoke his name
I
and he
don't think I
existed.
have heard the Old Testament. No.
He spoke his name and he existed. How did he speak his name?
What, God's own name?
Yeah, and then he just came to fruition.
Just did it, didn't he?
So, who spoke his name?
you
How did
think-
Mary? Let's not get up. Let's
Yeah.
not
It's
stuck in the weeds.
Yeah, way
Don't
into
get
the weeds.
stuck in the
Okay.
weeds.
But anyway,
news-
this
yeah, but
object.
this object was
This
obviously
object.
made in 7 days or 6 days, do you reckon?
Fucking hell, it's a big one, so probably the 7. I'd say.
Maybe
It's a
8,
7-day.
push. It might be an
It's a
8-dayer.
Yeah.
It's bigger.
It's 8-dayer.
An extra day.
Yeah.
So there's this giant intergalactic turd sailing through space at the moment, and pretty much every UFO. So there's all sorts of other stuff going on. There's all these drones all over fucking airports at the moment, and I can talk about that as well if you want.
Yeah, that's just the staff.
He's suggesting that the
They're
staff
drones.
don't have. They're just like worker drones.
I see.
Well,
Well,
that's
I
good.
mean,
We'll be right back.
They will be eventually.
arguably air traffic control in the US is that because they're working unpaid. But no, so you've got 3i Atlas interstellar object, which has some, most people obviously think is just a big old fucking rock that's sailing through space. It probably is, but there's some stuff that various UFO subreddits, alien subreddits are like, well, okay, if it's just a regular rock, why do we have such little information about it? So so NASA hasn't put anything about it. Again, that could be related to the US government shutdown, I don't know, but NASA hasn't put out a huge amount of information about it. Quite a few other institutions are remaining quite close-lipped about what they know about this object. Whether they know anything at all about it is another thing. They might not have scanned it, they might not have put assets looking at it, who knows. So there is a little bit of like confusion, much like there's a bit of confusion around these drones. There's a lot of like,
Therefore, aliens.
there's a lot of, no, not therefore aliens, but there's a lot of different unrelated perhaps situations that are forming a larger picture. People are connecting the dots.
Sounds like a CSI
yeah, bullshit. Like
bullshit.
It's like the Charlie Kelly wall of nonsense. Who is Pepe Silva?
Like, if you consider space beyond the
space.
flat Earth theory and into actual
If we leave
three-dimensional
creationism and flat
let's
Earth,
put that to one side, and I am
yeah.
to take on board modern day science, and space is infinitely big, potentially, maybe finite. Let's not get into that. Either way, there's a vacuum of space. The majority of things that telescopes pick up are fucking rocks.
Yeah,
They pick up rocks.
Or gas,
almost
right?
everything is a planet or a rock.
Yeah, or a sun.
Why is it all of a sudden not a rock? Because
Because it moved in a weird way.
This is the first time we're probably seeing a
absolutely.
rock that moves in a weird way.
It's the first time we've seen that object. So yeah, you can't really apply normality to any object.
Because we have such little evidence of the outer space.
Yeah,
We can't assume that it's going to be sentient life
yeah.
based on just having little evidence to begin with
Yeah.
of how rocks move in space.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it's probably the more boring thing is it's just a rock that's moving weird because of a trajectory of some sort. It got catapulted by an interstellar object, and it's now hurtling at a speed that James Webb Space Telescope and other devices haven't picked up before.
It's not going to be anywhere near us, though, is it?
It's not meant to be. I mean, it's
Is
not
it
going to
in our solar
collide with
system,
us.
or is it just in?
It's in our solar system. That's that's what's interesting about it. It's
Alright.
come from outside our solar
That's
system.
cool.
Yeah, exactly. And there's all sorts of. I mean, it's a huge piece of material. There'll be all sorts of interesting things that they could learn from it by just scanning the surface of it. All that stuff it's trailed through. It's a bit like when you do carbon dating, I imagine, or like hack open a tree.
Just a
You
LiDAR.
can tell. Yeah, you can tell things about it from just looking.
I
at
think
it.
we should send out a team. Do you
Like
remember the
team of actors to
team of actors?
How
destroy-
fast is it? Can you find out how fast? Can you get some stats on this? How fast is 3i Atlas moving? Just pop that in.
Okay.
Well, can we get Bruce up there?
I don't think Bruce is going to be up for it.
You don't think so?
Unfortunately,
Why not?
Oh, no.
It's
Poor old
traveling
Brucey.
at approximately 130,000 miles per hour.
Okay, that
It's about
seems
58
achievable.
kilometers per second.
Could you ask
How
whether
fast is the ISS traveling right now?
I think
Around
it's 20? I want to say
Earth?
21,000.
So we can
meters
put
per
some thrusters
second.
on that bad boy and get that.
I don't.
The ISS is moving at approximately 17,500 miles per hour. So that's
So it needs to go 10
quite
times
a
the
big
speed.
difference between the 130,000 of the three.
But ultimately, it's just about thrust. If you can keep
quite the difference.
applying thrust, it will keep going up in speed, right? Because there's no
Yeah.
resistance.
Inertia.
So all
Yeah.
it needs is enough fuel. All I'm saying is we strap a couple of big tanks to the ISS, get it out of the orbit of the Earth and into the orbit of that. I assume
Yeah.
that's got enough mass to have a gravitational field, right?
The ISS.
This object.
Oh yeah, I imagine it. I mean, you'd think so.
So you just got to get it within
44
range.
billion tons, is it?
It's got to have mass, right?
Isn't it?
It's probably
Fucking
bending
huge.
space-time
How
Yeah.
much does
with
the
its
Earth weigh?
mass.
We're learning so much about interstellar bodies.
Does it matter though when it's in
How much does the
a
Earth
vacuum of space?
Are we talking kilos? What were you in?
Billion tons. 44 billion tons.
We prefer the metric
In tons. Let's get that. Yeah, in
because tons is really old school.
Or metric tons. A metric ton
I
is
guess
1,000
so.
kilograms.
Okay.
5.9 billion trillion tons.
Oh, that's a lot more, isn't it?
That's way more.
That's a lot more.
Billion trillion.
That's what this
That's
says.
insane.
That's what this is saying. The mass is
Okay, that
6,000
puts the
trillion
meteor in
tons. Or
perspective.
6,000
And imagine what it'll be
trillion
tomorrow
tons.
when we've made more stuff.
Okay.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I
That's
made
a
a
good
coffee
point.
that added to it. The grounds.
You made a coffee earlier.
So yeah.
Are you worried about world weight? Oh, you worried about world weight?
Yeah. I think we could lose a few pounds if we're looking at 6,000 trillion tons.
Do you think because of the obesity pandemic or epidemic, I guess, we've added a ton of weight to the world?
Yeah. Well, Ozempic will sort that out.
This is so dumb.
Ozempi's going to sort it out.
Yeah.
Are we adding more weight every time a child is born? Or does it kind of balance out?
I think it will balance.
There's a lot more deaths.
I think everything balances out.
I think our population's declining.
What if it's like that baby that was born that was massive that we reported on last time?
Oh, that one would have added a bit.
That was a
little
bit.
Saw
any baby born over 8
every
pounds,
baby's born that size. Where it might
too big.
Have
it
you
might
seen
go up
the
to
funny
6,000
video?
7,000 trillion tons.
It was doing the rounds on Reddit this morning of Samoans in like school.
No.
It's a funny video of basically Samoans grow really big
Yeah.
on average.
Yeah.
Versus, and it's just funny videos of like my 2-year-old, and he's just like hulking huge thing.
Yeah. It's
and
like New Zealanders and Hawaiians. Well, not always, but they certainly seem to be like very stocky people.
just enormous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell of a gene.
Okay, so Atlas, we've got this object. We want to learn more about it. We're hoping it's not aliens, right?
Everyone's throwing aliens at the wall. It's got to be, right?
Thing
It's
is,
moving
all of the
weird.
crackpot booksellers, all the people that have kind of.
They're publishing like crazy.
So what's really
I'm
frustrating?
going to start a religion based on it.
So what's really frustrating is
It's the 3I religion.
grifters and government have never been closer. Right.
I'm loving it.
Like
True.
So it's really muddled, like where we are in terms of what we know about, potential life outside our solar system. Beyond things like we think there's bacteria on this planet, which we've seen with probes and other things like
What
that.
planet?
Mars, I think they found traces of either dead or even maybe living.
There's
deep
remnants of
alien jism.
There's remnants of like specks on a rock, which suggests that those are basically shadows of
bacteria,
things that produced organic life of
right.
sorts.
Yeah, like mosses or lichens, maybe. But like,
Yeah.
and also further out, we look at gases held within planets, and there's a fairly
There's a lot
strong.
on this planet, isn't there?
There's a fairly strong theory
My
that we
diet.
can identify when there are certain gases present in the atmosphere of a planet, then there
Yes.
may be
It's incredible.
signs of life, right? Yeah, it's incredible because it's like light
We're able
years
to do
away.
it at such a distance,
Yeah, it's amazing.
based on like literally shadow or passing in front of an interstellar body. You can tell that from the wavelength what that is made
the
up
wobble,
of.
right? Yeah.
We all learned that from Mass Effect.
Did you? I learned it more recently. than
Scanning
that.
bodies.
Yeah.
No, I'm just,
No, but you're right about the whole like the measuring the wobble of light and stuff like that
Specific
can help
frequency,
work
yeah.
out whether there are exoplanets in solar systems and things like that.
it's
Anyway,
likely to have oxygen in it. Yeah.
so there might be a big old object that we'll see, learn something from. Maybe it's
Or it's going to fuck up our
probe.
solar system, like the orbits a little bit.
Knock one of the planets out of whack and
Yeah.
it just starts flailing into our other planets.
Yeah.
And then we're next.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
becomes
that,
a lottery whether we get hit
that could
by one of the
definitely
planets in several years' time.
It's amazing that we haven't, isn't it? And that's where I'm going to go with my next point.
okay, nice.
I think
Good
that
link.
there are aliens living under the sea that are
Okay.
basically running us like a zoo.
Okay. Please provide
I like that one.
your evidence for this.
I don't have.
Other
Running
than-
us like a zoo. They're just watching us on TV.
It's quite an open zoo, but
It
I
is.
guess the zoo is the cage is the planet, right?
Yes, of course. So vast. Why? Who's really exploring the ocean?
That's true.
They're all liars.
James is.
James
They're all
Cameron.
they're liars.
They all know. All the fucking billionaires know. It's an open secret.
And what is James Cameron? A film director. He's lying to you.
He's got loads of money. It doesn't
Is
matter
he
what
one
he
of
does.
those-
All
is
of
he
what
an
you've seen is
insurgent
AI.
alien?
Everything you've seen is AI.
Everything.
Get over it. Yeah.
So,
Oh my god, what do you mean?
so if you want to know,
Everything
like,
you've seen
the,
under the ocean,
what about
you
it?
see fucking sharks and
That's all AI generated.
octopus swimming around. That's been AI all this time.
So they've had
And we're
AI.
just accepting it because we're mugs.
God
But the
damn.
zoo doesn't want to.
You're
we're the
rewriting
zoo.
history here, Ross.
We're the zoo.
We're
You're
the zoo,
suggesting
guys.
all
We're the
modern
zoo.
media and documentaries of since the existence of film is AI generated from the ocean.
Don't act surprised.
I am. I'm not acting surprised.
Do
I
you
am.
think? Say there was somebody more. Do you think it's possible that in our universe there is a species that is more advanced than us?
It's possible. Yes, anything's possible in an infinite universe.
Yes, but do you think it's likely? If we exist,
Well, I don't know.
If we exist and our star is 6 billion years old, is it?
No, 4,000.
Sorry, this is. Let me get your answers here. So reasonably speaking, right? Rationally thinking, if we know that our planet is not particularly old in comparison to other planets out there,
Yes.
right? And we now know that there are probably planets out there that can support life and they're fairly abundant. Do you think it's likely that somewhere in that vast universe there could be a place just like this that's more advanced than us?
Yes.
You think it's likely?
Yes, highly likely.
Okay, right. Okay, so that's the first like presumption here you got to make.
It's even,
right?
I think it's been even more reinforced by recent discoveries by James Webb Space Telescope, which
Right.
disrupt the idea of how old universes are.
Yeah.
Because they found very
Weird pockets of space and
weird
where
pockets
times
of
move.
like close to the Big Bang,
Yeah.
where universe is already really well established.
Mhm.
It's like, how is that possible
Yeah.
with our current understanding of physics?
So we thought that there was the Big Bang, and then it expanded out from that point.
And over time,
And-
things came together.
Exactly, and also time and creation was based on that expansion,
Yeah.
like sort of phase, right? Whereas we've now found that there are areas of the universe that may be have been more established for
Time's
longer.
a bit weird.
Exactly,
Yeah.
or matter just coalesced in a different way, or there were different sort of gases combining,
And
or,
all
or
these
whatever.
recent discoveries adds to the credence that it's probably quite likely there's advanced
Okay,
alien
We're just
life.
bacteria and
and
petri dish,
we
mate.
presume, and this is the big one, and I'm not saying that,
Zoom out. I think that's what we should
We're just
tell
in
people.
some fucking
It's
marbles.
like, fucking just zoom out, mate.
and we
Zoom
presume it's
out.
the distance and
We're
the-
nothing,
and-
mate. We're nothing.
in space that means that we probably won't meet these
No.
species, right? Because of how vast space
That's
is and
the
the time it
downside.
takes to transit between the two.
It's
Yeah.
highly unlikely we'll ever see them.
Right. Unless they've worked out a way to break the laws of physics as we know them, right? So, change how time works, how time,
But then there's a
time
case
dilation,
Surely then it's a
essentially.
case of odds and just
Yeah.
finding that random.
It's like
speck
finding a
in the ocean.
needle in an infinitely large haystack.
Yep, sure. Unless you've
And
got
also-
very good sensors like we do. How are we finding things with the James? We've got primitive James Webb
We're
telescope
not
shit.
finding anything. We're just taking pictures
True.
of anything.
Yeah. Okay.
We are literally scanning
So chance,
everything.
right? So this is where the dark forest theory comes in, and this is, I'm really glad you brought this up, because the dark forest theory is that one of the reasons we haven't been discovered by potential other life forms is because we haven't put out many signals. We're a tiny speck
put a
Yes.
shit
in a
signal out
vast,
years ago,
vast
didn't we?
ocean
And,
Until-
and our range as
until
well.
this century. Okay, until this century. This
Yeah.
was something very, very different happened this century.
What did we send out?
From a cultural and societal point of view, it's the same thing. It's the ability to destroy ourselves and our planet entirely, and
the Great Filter.
the radiation and energy released all in one go, right? Nuclear weapons. Okay, so nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
In the last century, we've been existing as humankind for hundreds of thousands of years, but it's only in the last century that we've been able to do something like that, to end all life and destroy this planet entirely, and equally release so much energy it can be measured or seen more than anything else we've ever done. Okay? So the dark forest theory, we've lit a very, very bright fire in that forest, and so
But is it that bright in the scheme of things?
yes, it is measurable. Radiation permeates a lot further. We there are things that have produced radiation for a long time, but nuclear. But I mean, not. So this is a
But
blend
if
of.
you were on Mars and you looked at Earth, you wouldn't see a nuke going off.
You would
unless
be
you
able to
had
measure it. You would be,
telescopes,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. You would if you had sensitive equipment. You'd
It
be
wouldn't be
able
like,
to
oh
detect
fuck, things popping off over there.
It wouldn't be like I can see a mushroom cloud through binoculars,
Yeah,
Ross.
yeah.
No, it wouldn't. That's not how these work.
Yeah.
But like the other thing here is from a societal and cultural point of view, and this is where I'm going on with the whole zoo thing. Is if you wanted to stop something from destroying itself, you've only ever had to have done that on Earth for the last 100 years. Before that, there was no need. There was no real risk. Human beings would have killed each other with sticks, stones, spears, bows, guns, but they never would have completely destroyed all life on Earth. We've only had that capability in the last 100 years. And this is why I think that is a turning point from going from why would they find us? Why are we significant? To, okay, yeah, maybe if you cared about preserving life, if you're an advanced species, like we would say we would all do, right? You wouldn't want to see a new planet destroyed. If you were a benevolent, all these things
But
we
we
always
wouldn't-
presumed about gods or greater creatures. They're benevolent.
We'd have to know a shitload about that planet to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like outside of our solar system, whatever. If we saw a planet
is
dying,
the
we're like, oh
other-
look how cool it's blowing up.
The flip side of it
Do you know what I mean?
is
It's like-
finding that needle in the haystack. Also, how valuable is that needle to begin with? Is it worth our benevolence to even find and look for that needle to save it from itself?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Are
but
we
complex life is not rare, but probably.
but are we a
probably
dime a
valuable.
dozen? Are we
We
like,
could be.
with like you said, with the infinite universe theory, there could be something just like us
Mhm.
somewhere else in the universe. What if that's extremely common.
Yeah.
Like we are just.
Okay, so imagine the universe in sectors, and within our sector, we happen to have an advanced species that is capable. Okay, for us, it's
Type 1.
For us, it's like, well, they're 400 light years away or 3,000 light years away. We're never going to be able to get there. But for them, that's not so far. You know, we've got push bikes, they've got the railroad. You know, like this is how societal advancement works. Distances become shorter. But anyway, I honestly, but I really think that there's like, I don't want any more disruption to the world, the status quo anymore. I think I was, for a long time, I was like, it'd be amazing if like aliens visited or we met. Like,
now you're worrying about it.
Now I'm like, fuck, man, we got enough to worry about without.
Surely the
changing
biggest
paradigm
fear
that
is the
much.
fact that they're about to do more nuclear tests. That's probably scarier than the idea of aliens.
I'd rather benevolent drones come in and turn
that's
full
that's
on
a
nukes.
real risk to
That'd be cool.
our environment that we actually have control over.
So there's a shitload of cases, reports, again, in Project Blue Book, which was the US Air Force's, what would you call it, campaign to find out and investigate odd goings on within, like, primarily around military bases, primarily around Air Force crew, all that sort of stuff, right? But there's this has been going on, I think, since the 50s all the way through, I don't know, until the 70s, until they closed it down. But anyway, there's other stuff tracking it. There are so many incidents of launch bases having their nukes fucked with by unknown things, okay? And this could be hackers, this could be people remoting in and doing stuff, but I mean, we're talking back in, like, you know, anywhere between, in like the 60s, right, where hacking was not as well established. I mean, it might be possible. There was phone phreaking and all that sort of stuff back then, which was using phone lines instead. But basically, there's lots of accounts of nuclear launch sites, weapons, things being armed and then disarmed. You know, like literally, there are launch sites in the US where they were on 10-second countdowns for nuclear weapons launching that they had no control over. These things, but then it just stopped and turned off again. There was in the east of England. There's a really famous case.
Edge of your seat moment.
So when there was
Can't turn it off. It's 10 seconds left.
So during the Cold War, we had there was a base on the east of England that was holding American nukes, right? Because they wanted that shorter term travel time. So they quietly put American nukes underneath an Air Force base in the UK. And they had a very well documented sort of visitation by colourful lights. Soldiers went out into the woods finding out what the fuck these lights were. Their nuclear weapons got activated and disactivated, okay? These things have been reported by people like who are actual soldiers. This isn't just whack jobs making it up. This isn't just stories in the Daily Mail. Like, these people were real people who could prove their credentials, that prove they work there, and they say these things happened. I don't know why people can't take more of that on faith. Like, okay, they could all be making this up. I don't really know why. It's scary. It's terrifying.
Well, it sounds more like computer hackers, doesn't it?
It could be
like that element of things.
It
right?
could be now. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go on to another point about drones in a second. But basically, I think that
Which is even
there
more
is
worrying.
it helps the alien argument, because if you had a benevolent superior species trying to control and maintain life on this planet, they would want the ability to stop you from blowing up the entire planet. Okay, that would be an advantage. To be able to disable and understand nuclear weapons would be an advantage. Anyway, the other thing about drones is more recently, we're seeing a lot of drones around airports. I think it's mainly Russia and China. What's interesting is a couple of years ago, DJI started putting a technology on their drones that allowed them to be driven via 4 and 5G. So what it did was, instead of using a controller which has like a 15k line of sight limit, they would piggyback off of masts, and that would allow you to fly the drone
Just remote control
based on battery capacity rather than signal strength. Yeah,
Right.
because they would hop between cell towers. And it's being suggested that a lot of these drones that are now disrupting civilian life, which again is a tactic in war, by closing down airports, causing people to become concerned, causing flaps within the populace, it's more than likely these are drones that are being flown on 4 and 5G from over east. And
How are they swapping out the batteries?
they have big batteries, have big fuel. They fly with large batteries. Like I was saying, there's an amazing thing recently of that ground drone in Ukraine, which was like a 40-kilometer drive they did, and then transported somebody back 40 kilometers.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like anyway,
That is crazy.
that's my dump of crazy things that are going on in terms of weird lights, drones, giant interstellar bodies, and my general tinfoil hat theories from all the nonsense I've read.
Be nice to know, wouldn't it, that there's this benevolent alien life that's making sure that we just turn that off again. It's like the little cat with the box.
Or
where it's
worse,
like-
they just turn it on just to be like, wow, fucking with us.
I'm literally done
And they
with
go,
you
"Nah,
guys
only joking."
constantly trying to blow each other up. Just do it.
So I would
Yeah.
love that, and that was where my sort of alien journey started. When I started reading about, there was an ex-Israeli defense minister that said that there was an intergalactic, basically society that was not letting us in because we're too warlike and we're too destructive. They were more advanced than us. There was like 8 races, he said, and they were all, again, it could be complete crackpot stuff, but I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. How amazing, Star Trek, all that stuff, vibing with my psyche. But now the more I've read about this zoo theory and the idea that they're trying to stop us from nuking ourselves, and we see lots of strange objects and drones and things in the sky that aren't Russian drones. These are something else from the last 50 years or so. But a lot of the other stuff I've read around it, a lot of the people who are then talking about claiming to have understood what's gone on and understanding like, oh yeah, we know these people. There's a very famous long 4chan post about a guy who says he's dying from cancer, which is very much a LARP, don't get me wrong, but it talks about how people presume that a thing that's looking after the planet is benevolent and good towards human beings, when in reality the zoo animals and the zookeepers, you're still the keeper, you're still the zoo animal. There's still that line between the animals don't necessarily love the keepers, and the animals shouldn't necessarily trust the keepers. It's not necessarily a super positive take on it. They're saying,
well, the aim of the zookeeper
we're being
is
kept
not
alive
to,
for something.
Yeah, the aim of the zookeeper is just to sustain, right? Rather than I'm going to build you up until you're the same state as me, and then you can come out of your cage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Or the gorillas in Bristol Zoo.
yeah. Do you want to
Who
just
else
about
got
the
there?
context
Well,
of that?
the Bristol Zoo was closed a few years ago, and then people were breaking into the zoo, and they found that the gorillas are still there. Because obviously they're moving them over a period of time, which I guess takes ages because they're rebuilding it. I don't know where they're rebuilding it actually.
They're moving everything to Bristol Zoo Project.
Yeah, Bristol Zoo Project, which is I guess further out. But yeah, they found a bunch of gorillas there, and then made a load of fuss saying that they're just gorillas just living here on their own when they're obviously zookeepers
Looked
there.
after.
And they've got the most peaceful, quiet existence
It's probably
that
pretty
they've
chill. There's
probably
no
ever
kids,
had.
going in their face and pissing them off. They're just chilling around.
I think they're having a great time. They're no lions.
Well, yeah.
Amazing.
Well, I don't think they ever mix those two.
Well,
You think they're mixing lions?
if I was a zookeeper,
You'd start pitting lions and gorillas against each other.
What would you-
Just getting a popcorn out.
Only if there was human gladiators as well.
it's only fair.
But the
These-
human gladiators don't get weapons.
No, of course not.
Okay, they get like roids.
They have to use their ingenuity.
They get roids. They're like strong, but I don't want them.
roids. They're pretty strong now.
There's loot
fight.
boxes. There's boxes dotted around the zoo.
Okay, nice.
Right, and then in them there's sometimes weapons.
And injections for TRT.
Yeah. Boom! I did another one. Fast acting testosterone. I'm hulking out. Oh no,
Super
the
fast
gorilla got
acting.
it.
That one's got a gun. You got a loot box. That's a good one.
You ever seen a gorilla on steroids? You do not want to see a gorilla on steroids. That thing is huge. That's how they made King Kong. He's jacked. But yeah, no,
The
they're just
intruders
in
are
there-
distressing them apparently. So
Oh.
don't intrude. Go on. Just
Don't
grow
intrude.
up.
They've got
Bloody
a
hell.
new routine now.
It was closed in 2022 apparently.
Yeah.
I think I went to it once.
I've
Did you
been
ever
to
go
it
to
a
the
couple
actual zoo?
times, yeah. Well,
yeah, I went twice.
my wife used to work there,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh, okay.
I often went back and forth
Oh yeah.
to drop her off,
Whereabouts
pick her
did she
up. She
handle
was
with
literally
the gorillas,
opposite
or-
the gorillas.
Ah, okay.
Used to throw a banana now and
Yeah,
again.
Oh, really? They like a monkey like a banana?
Monkey like banana.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
And she used to mock them and stuff and throw her
Oh,
own
monkey want a
feces at
banana?
them.
Oh, really? Her own feces?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that's crazy.
It's a real dominating thing.
Imagine the aliens did that with us.
Imagine tossing us bananas left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Free food, isn't it?
But yeah.
Socialist fucking.
Where's our food
butts.
then?
Mm.
If we got zookeepers, right, in the
Yep.
waters, why are they not feeding us? Why do we have to do our own farming and shit?
Because they're
I
not
guess they-
keeping us. They're just stopping us from destroying ourselves. They want us to evolve. They've potentially been here for thousands of years, and therefore they want society to grow.
Boring. If you were a zookeeper, right,
Yeah.
you'd want to own the best bit of land, right?
Yeah.
Why would you give the whole surface to humans?
What do you need land for?
I'm just saying, like, the premium real estate.
Why is it premium?
So you're saying land or lamb?
I'm saying land, and I think you knew I said that.
Okay,
But thanks for clarification.
imagine then the zookeepers currently here were
Don't tell me they got a portal
built
to another
here.
planet.
No, like built here or grown here, right? So most people say greys. The greys, what they look like. You know what the grey? When I say greys, you know the classic alien look.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not that. No.
Classic alien.
The
look.
classic alien look of like a grey, what we call a grey. You know, big eyes, grey skin,
yeah.
little mouth. You know,
Yeah.
that tends to be that, and people that look strangely human are the two most reported things. Right? There's little bug people, and then there's the ones that apparently look quite beautiful, like humans, as in we look like them, as in we're a genetic engineering experiment. What if they fired these little greys are just like a subspecies, right? Like a workaround, essentially. And they are built or grown here in that facility. And so you wouldn't need land. You'd
It's
have
like the Mass Effect, what's it called? You know that main base you're in?
We played it recently.
No, it all just links up.
that huge star base.
Yeah, the star base, which has those aliens that they're just built to preserve it and maintain it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sci-fi
Mass
draw.
Effect is literally all the intergalactic multi-race thing that humans are becoming a part of.
Yeah.
We're all too violent. It's all in Mass Effect.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're drawing from somewhere, aren't they? Their own experiences.
Grey aliens comes from our fear of corpses.
Oh, really? Is that a theory?
That's the theory.
Well, they've manifested.
Uncanny Valley and seeing faces in the dark. It's because of the threat of predators and
have you ever seen a corpse?
dead corpses. Because
No, they
illness
have.
and sickness is obviously something you want to stay away from. So
That describes the fear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Now explain away why like two F-15 pilots saw an object whiz past their canopy.
F-15 pilots are fucking mental, mate. Ultimately, if you're going to do a job
They were
like being
hicking
an
at the time.
F-15 pilot,
Yeah.
you're a
strong hick
soldier.
on.
Yeah.
B, you're in an elite part of being a soldier where you go through rigorous training and dehumanization to be able to kill people, right?
That doesn't make you see a sphere within a cube whiz past you.
They have video footage of that.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not unidentified
All sorts of stuff.
airborne projectile
Yeah.
UAP, but it doesn't
Unidentified anomalous phenomenon.
strip them of their superstition and their religion and their
bias and prejudice.
bias and prejudice, and they have camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
They probably share a lot of experiences together and believe each other's theories.
Is there a line when it comes to people telling you that things are happening that you would believe
Yeah, when I see anecdotal evidence of it.
when you see video footage of it?
Not now because of AI.
Okay. And
It's-
also, but think about other things that are happening, not necessarily related with aliens or anything like that, right? Just other things like, I was assaulted. Like,
Oh God.
you believe, like what I'm saying is like the burden of proof and the burden of belief is so much higher, even though we have so many people saying similar things. I think that
It's fine to say that you saw those things. What you think you saw is different.
okay, yeah, fair enough. Like I can believe that, but then when you start corroborating things that multiple different people in multiple different
We've all
different
seen a
places
ball
have
in the
seen-
sky.
Yeah, it's called the sun.
We've all seen a tic tac.
Well, we haven't, have we?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
If,
right, I
if you're
see.
suggesting that people start corroborating evidence,
Yeah.
it's like we all saw this
Well,
strange orb moving without gravity
Mm-hmm.
and moving left, right, up, and down. You don't then go to the leap to the assumption of what it is. You've got that evidence. Yes, you see a mass object moving left, right, up, and down. Let's figure out what that is instead of jumping to must be sentient, must be alien.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a huge leap between those two things.
Yeah. No, I can see that definitely. And
Like ball lightning, for example, is a thing.
Yep.
Which turns out to be a phenomena.
it's crazy. Have you ever seen footage of it? It looks
Yeah.
insane. It's
But
amazing.
you would believe,
That's an alien.
that's an alien.
That's a weird UFO
Without-
orb. Yeah.
until we figured out what that was.
Yeah.
So similar thing. It's like, yeah, they're pilots and they all saw the same thing. Doesn't mean just because they're all saying it's aliens that they're not wrong.
So what is it then?
I don't know.
Is it adversarial technology?
I'm not saying it is or isn't.
Have we worked out?
I'm not an
anti-gravity?
expert, and we haven't done enough research on it to
We're
know.
not being told enough. It's not that we haven't done enough
I mean-
research about it.
Just to say that we haven't been told about it doesn't suggest that there
Well,
is
it's
a thing.
interesting because they've literally having to petition and directly contact NASA to release more information about this 3i Atlas thing,
Yeah.
which they're withholding.
I mean,
And
probably
so,
for
Congress
good
have
reason.
literally been
Probably for good
sending
reason.
letters to them to be like, can we have more information about this? We're seeing it. And
I'm
like,
sure
we
there's
wanna know more
a
about it.
natural protocol for them
Why are they
releasing
hiding it?
information. They're not hiding it. There's just a standard procedure of information to be released to the public.
Do you think they would ever, if there was a massive object about to hit the Earth and destroy it, but within a period of time, we still got some time to, I don't know, see it happen. Do you think they would release that information, or would they just hold on to it for like until it happens? Because there's
I
nothing.
think-
If there was nothing they could actively do to stop this thing, what would their benefit be for telling everyone, other than just causing
Allow people
chaos?
to prepare for the end of their lives. Like, I think that would be worth telling people. But you think about
But
the
surely,
worry.
obviously, as we've seen in
short-term
all these
impact.
disaster films, the short-term impact is immediate disaster.
Yeah.
People go hungry. People start killing each other. So people
Yeah.
start fighting over toilet rolls, and
Yeah.
God knows what else supplies. People start digging massive fucking holes to try and, I don't know.
I think NASA has more data points than we do.
Paranoia seeps in,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, yeah. If you were like, well, yeah, in 3 weeks, there's a comet's going to hit the planet. We're all going to die. What do you do in that 3 weeks?
I think we're taking too small, narrow-winded view of what we think NASA's withholding information and why. Like, we think...
I'm more kind of going on the idea of what if. And
Okay.
What it, and
No
should,
longer-
It's now
and do we think
hypothetical.
that would be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
responsible decision to tell everyone they're about to die in 3 weeks, or just kind of let everyone live their lives as they currently are? But then obviously, there's, like you say, there are actions people might take that they wouldn't need to if they knew this is all going to end.
Well, I think I think you're right about the whole paranoia. I think you're right about
'Cause it could be chaos.
certain people taking certain steps that are destructive. But honestly, I think, if I'm honest, I think a good 2/3 of the population would take on a kind of festival vibe, and not in the same way you're thinking of like celebration, but in kindness to people. Like in trying to be like,
I don't know.
you all know you're fucked. You all know you're about to die, right? So
that's it, but
look
I
at
think
soldiers
there's
that
so much
know
more
they're about to
chaos
die.
than-
If you look at the behavior of soldiers that know they're about to die, okay, they know they're surrounded. They know, they don't suddenly
What
start
about
taking each
someone
other's
like-
food. They start trying to love each other and give like that moment of
I
joy.
hope that's true.
That's
Yeah.
a very nice way to think.
However-
I don't think seeing
Yeah.
what we went through just in the pandemic alone of basic selfishness and like, obviously everyone wants to sort their own family out. They're like, I've got 3 weeks left. We want to make sure we're sorted. But obviously, like, if you've got 3 weeks, how much do you really need?
Not to mention the
Who's
quite
controlling that?
large
No
amount
one's
of
gonna
people
work
that
anymore.
didn't even believe it was happening.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. You'll get a good third of
Yeah.
a segment of
So-
society that will be crazy, destructive, and grim. But I do think that like the difference there was with the pandemic is it wasn't a world ender. Like
there would be so many people who won't think that it's going to end.
Yeah.
there will
And
be
I think
some.
there'll be
I'm
because
sure there'll be
Despite
some.
I've got hope
the
that
amount of
I'm going to
evidence.
go on the other side to survive or whatever. I'm going to
Yeah.
travel to
This
the
is what
opposite
the
side of
government
the
wants
planet.
us to think.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
doing a soft reset.
You get Joe Rogan's on there who's just saying, yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm just chilling at my,
It's just
my
a vying for
ranch with
power.
my friends and we're going to have a great time. It's not actually going to happen.
Mhm.
There'll be, and I think that
What would
was
you do?
such a strong, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think you would prepare yourself for that period of time, but like, yeah, I don't really know how I would react to that. I guess you'd want to be with
I
your
put up
family.
a load of live, laugh, love signs.
Yeah.
I
Enjoy
think- I mean, like
Really
you,
just take
you would probably go and try and
Take some H.
be with your family and friends, as many of them as you could,
Yeah.
in a place where you just exchanging memories and thoughts and things
And
like that.
bodily
like
fluids.
and yeah, like drinking and eating all of your food and drink because it's still 3
Like,
weeks
this
away.
bottle of
and we'll-
wine I was keeping for
yeah,
X,
like
whatever.
honestly, I think there'll be a big segment of society that would do that, and I think you're
There will
right
be,
about
yeah,
the
there will be, yeah.
like.
What
I
if
think
it,
there's so much of the other,
what if it doesn't
the
end?
destructive and the
After
and the
all
greed.
that, right? Debauchery and eating all the food and shit, and it's like the Millennium Bug.
Yeah.
Was actually
Well,
the-
and it's, it turns out to be some fucking Republican prank that was AI, and it's like, oh yeah, we were just kind of fucking with you all because we love doing that for some reason.
Yeah.
Anonymous
It's like,
came back in
oh,
full
fuck,
force
okay.
and buggered us.
But no, I think it would have to have a lot of because everyone would question it for age. Like the first week, you'd be like, well, we need to go to every single agency that possibly has any kind of knowledge on this and literally just eke out of them rather than.
I
Just
don't know what it would take
Donald
for
Trump
me to
tweeted
believe
something on
it,
his
to be
Truth
honest.
Social.
Like, I'm so skeptical of even all the things that we've been talking about today.
Oh yeah.
What would it take for me to believe, like, how many news outlets and reports would it take for me to start thinking, okay, maybe this is real?
I know 3 astrophysicists, one of which has access to satellites and telescopes. So we could ask. I could tell you.
That'd be great.
Would you believe me?
Well,
I'd
this
like
is the
to
Big
hear
Short.
from
Isn't it?
them.
This is literally, not the Big Short. The look. Is it Look Up? That's
Don't
literally
Look
that.
Up,
It's
yeah.
literally that film. That's what I'm describing.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, you are actually.
Where they are literally,
Yeah.
they go on TV, no one believes them. That everyone's just like, oh, cool.
I think that was a
next
really,
story today.
really
isn't it?
accurate film.
Yeah.
And
honestly.
if anything, yeah, that's
It's a little
perfect.
scary.
Because you had the other guys, the characters, the younger characters that were all just like fucking around, hanging outside of like a co-op, essentially, just like smoking cigarettes and drinking, and they're just like, fuck
They
me.
just know,
What
yeah.
is this?
But,
like what kind of hand is
But
this?
a great
You
element,
know,
like kind of
yeah.
a explanation for that at the moment is climate change. People just don't believe it. And
Yeah.
yet everything's getting warmer. Mega tornadoes are happening, or mega hurricanes are happening, and that's the warning from the scientists at the moment. And we're all kind of like going, well, it's not really affecting me right now, so I guess we'll just wait until it gets worse.
I mean,
Until
it
it's
is
at my door
yeah.
and I'm drowning in a flood.
I'll tell you the fucking problem. When we can't make enough food for ourselves,
Yeah.
will be the fucking breaking point, and then that's what's so scary.
Yeah.
I mean, to not make this a complete doom, a scary moment. Like, we are making huge leaps in other places, in other technologies. The will change the future, but we are going to be living in a different future than we have been living in terms of climate, in terms of weather.
I
Like,
just think I've been acclimatizing to Huel and bug
How did they
eating.
make it? They
yeah, like, it's not like you're going to make Huel yourself.
Yeah.
pea protein.
How?
No, Huel will be rationed
peas.
out to us
Yeah.
by the government.
Yeah.
But
In powdered form only.
I can eat a bug. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I am worried
you're
about
gonna eat
farming.
whatever you can.
farmland is terrifying to me. The prospect of like
Yeah.
rotating your crops because the soil runs out of the nutrients needed
Interstellar's
to.
dust situation with the dust. Like,
Yeah.
ruining all their
But
crops.
like the
and
soil
they
can
leave the
literally
planet.
run out,
Yeah. Disease.
can run out of what the plant needs to thrive, right?
Mm.
There's only so many times you can
Yeah,
rotate
absolutely.
crops
Well, you need to plant varieties of crops. Yeah.
so that it puts it back into the soil.
Exactly. So there are
Yeah.
certain plants that are nitrogen fixing, which extract nitrogen from the air and put it back into the soil.
All right.
So that's things like beans and stuff like that. And then you have other crops that take nitrogen out of the soil, because
To grow.
yeah, but then it goes beyond that as well. Is you need like more biodiversity. You need another big
It's like
problem
always
is
shit in farmers' fields.
well, we've been asking
So do your part.
farmers
Shit,
have been
farmers.
having to compete in a market that demands fertilizer use. That's the other thing, right? So we're rinsing fertilizer all over our fields all the time, covering it in this shit. We're then plowing it, pulling up all of that carbon that's being sucked into the soil as well. So like, the soil's meant to be storing that, and by plowing too deeply, we release that carbon back out into the atmosphere, which again isn't helping. But this isn't the farmer's fault. The farmers are working to market conditions.
Yeah.
And the whole thing needs to change, right? Not just what they're doing. And lots of farmers are trying to do, better farming, but
Bug farm.
yeah, I mean, if you want, fucking bugs, man, not for me.
Did you see that video of the bugs being harvested in some sort of crazy factory? It's just like a floor
Oh, I
filled
think I may
with
have done
bugs.
actually, yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
just
I
in a
did see that.
cart.
And they're like chucking shit out. They're like grasshoppers.
Just feeding them.
Whee! One thing that is fun is like stuff like that, like grasshoppers and bugs and stuff like. They're not. You don't feel as bad about killing a cow or a pig or something like that. Like that's a complex creature that is a horrible thing to kill, really. With these fucking bugs, man.
Bugs are just little bots.
So easy to eat. They literally are. They're nature's robots. So it's like it's guilt-free snacking.
I feel less guilty
Anything with
about
a
a bug
face,
than a
though,
fish.
but I do feel bad. Like
If they have
Why?
a face.
like a grasshopper's face, you could see it.
Does squid have faces? Do octopus have faces?
I don't kill squid either.
You've eaten squid.
You've eaten
loads.
calamari?
I've eaten some
Eaten
calamari.
loads of squid. Don't you wash your hands with the guilt? There
But
are
I-
all
but again,
cephalopods.
I don't kill any of these animals myself. That's
No.
the other issue. It's like I don't think I
If
would.
they're not deep fried or
I'd
breaded.
definitely go veggie if I had to kill animals.
Well, there we go. We just
And
haven't
crush
got to that
bugs.
point yet. Then.
Yeah, until we're at that point, I'll be
Yeah.
It's easier than ever.
waiting for
to be
those
a
carrots
veggie.
to grow and starving in the meantime. I've got some gaming news.
Go for it. Let's have some gaming news.
Well, it's actually bad news.
It's
Oh.
not GTA 6.
It's
is
been
it?
delayed again.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's been
Well, we
delayed
saw
to
that
November
2026.
2026. It's
Well, I think
delayed
we're going to be aged out of this
once
game.
more. I think it's going to be. I think I'm worried it's going to be really disappointing now because obviously it's for what 14 years now.
They think it's because of recent union busting that's been happening in Rockstar.
Oh, shit,
a lot of
okay.
ex-employees have been fired. Well, obviously they're ex-employees now because of they've been potentially trying to leak things. But people are also suggesting that those employees, ex-employees, were a part of a union, and Rockstar's been union busting.
I see.
And to deflect from it, they've delayed the game.
Busting all over the place.
And now it's disrupted the entire gaming industry because everyone
Yeah.
changed their release dates around GTA 6's release.
Well, November's
was
like
a
a hot time for game releases anyway.
Hot
So
time.
like
It's hot.
any game that's loads of games are released November, October. And
So either
time.
they delay all their games or they bring them forward and have a load of unfinished games earlier in the year.
I mean, the whole
Yeah.
union busting thing
November
is one
19th.
angle,
that's
but
what they're
like
saying.
Yeah.
ultimately, if they could put the product out finished and make loads of money now, they would. I feel like it's
But
probably
that's-
just it's not finished.
But that's also
mainly.
suspicious because when's the cycle for PlayStation? Like PS6?
That's a good point. Yeah,
'Cause
the
it's not what normally like
consoles are going to be
like
fuck.
7 years, isn't it? 6, 7.
Oh, that's a good
7.
point. Do you reckon they've been given info about when consoles are releasing? And
Well,
it's gonna be
November
like
would be a perfect
new
time
gen
for
exclusive.
consoles to come out, and then
Yeah.
if you paired that up with GTA 6,
Are Rockstar
PS6
that money hungry?
would be an incredible fucking boost for.
It would, but does Sony have the clout to even tell Rockstar to do that?
Sony's the only one that matters at the moment, right?
That would be perfect for them. That would be a perfect match of like.
It does come out on consoles
PS6,
first.
GTA 6 out now. Buy it for 400 or however.
We're renaming
way more
our
than that. Sorry,
PS6 to GTA 6. That's just the console name now.
Probably be $1,000 or something crazy like that. Like,
It wouldn't surprise
but
me.
like, you know, because I mean, the way they're pushing it back like further and further, they are getting closer to different console generations.
Yeah.
And especially
So,
since
I
console
don't know.
generations have sped up as well.
But worst case, but then it actually maybe if it's the year before, it benefits them because they get it on the PS5, and then when the next year comes out, PS6 comes
That's
out.
better for
they push
Rockstar.
it out for PS6,
Which
and
they
it's like
did.
I got the PS6 version, and then they'll push the PC version because they fucking hate PC players for some reason.
They do. That happened for GTA 5.
Yeah,
It was
came out
on
on Xbox 360.
360, and then Xbox One, and then it got a remaster.
PS4.
They released it like
PS5.
4 times.
Yeah. Insane.
Oh, PS3. It was PS3.
And then they remastered it again, didn't they? They got the legacy version
they
now, and
pumped
now
out
this
shitloads
new
of
edition.
versions.
But it
that
is
game.
one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah,
And if that's going to happen with
but
any
like
game,
that's a really quite a good strategy if they're trying to make people buy it loads of times.
they
Yeah.
create the
Clearly is
greatest
what
game of all
has
time, and
worked.
they keep selling it for years. It's clever. It's good. It's good. Honestly, delays are good. I know it's horrible.
Delays, I know. Delays are good to
good,
make it
like-
to make the game.
Yeah.
But my expectations are nowhere. I don't know what to expect from that game anymore.
This will be fantastic. Like, I have complete faith in Rockstar. Like, my faith in Rockstar is mirrored in my complete lack of faith in Bethesda. And so, like, whereas I used to just deify Bethesda and ZeniMax, like, they've completely lost the fucking plot. And the fact that they haven't released a game since Skyrim of any note, and the ones that they have released have been completely fucking bungled. Not like they don't understand gaming. Starfield and Fallout 76 they've released another Fallout since Fallout.
Fallout
Any other
76,
significant
they've
Fallout?
kind of been updating.
So both of those were kind of half-assed, if you ask me. And so, yeah, that's concerning. I think, Rockstar have got a perfect record at the moment, so there's no real reason to doubt that this is going to be incredible.
They do. You see that some fans made Bully multiplayer.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah.
That's, wow.
A game that's
Interesting.
like a decade old.
Yeah.
They've made multiplayer.
You look a bit upset. Is it because Dictionary.com reveals 6.7 is its 2025 word of the year?
6.7.
Which doesn't make sense because it's 2 words.
6.7.
What is it about? So I'm
But this is the
completely
thing.
ignorant of
This is
so
the thing.
much stuff.
What is it about? No
I
one
spent all my
fucking-
time on alien forums.
No one really knows because it's just some inane shit that kids do. Which,
No, surely someone knows why they're saying 6.7.
6.7. Like
There's
South
a-
Park. Did you watch? I don't know if you watched recent.
I have
South
not
Park.
watched the most recent one.
Most recent series is really good to watch.
I know. I've
You'll
watched,
love it.
I've
You'll
watched a
love it.
few of the most recent
Yeah,
seasons.
yeah.
I saw the last
There's
one. I
a
saw
whole
was the
episode.
boo-boos. I'm
Yeah.
learning about young culture now.
There's a whole episode where they do the whole 6.7 thing and take the piss out of it, and completely just taking the piss out of it. And Cartman is literally hospitalised because he can't stop going 6.7, 6.7, like it's like an idiot.
It's nonsensical
Yeah, it's
for
nonsensical,
a reason, and I think
Some
it's
basketball
them.
players had said it, or some rapper
Yeah,
or some
it
shit.
came from like the number on someone's back, 6.7,
Jersey, yeah.
and also it's meant to be kind of like so. It's like 6 or 7, or it's 6.7.
Okay.
You know,
So
that's
it's
what
like,
it's like.
better than average.
This is
but
why you
like,
do this, because it's like meh.
So it's out of 10.
No, it's 6.7.
Yeah.
Out
And
of 10?
Carmen spends the entire time
No,
trying
it's like
to get
if
people
you're
to
rating
say 6,
something,
7.
6 or 7, maybe.
Yeah, out
Doesn't matter.
But like, what's it out of?
Doesn't care. They
It's
don't
6,
care.
7.
But why wouldn't you say 2, 3?
It's 6, 7.
Four, 5?
6.7's the thing that
Why
it's
do-
caught on.
It's like any meme. It doesn't have to make sense. It's always just meaningless. Meaningless. It doesn't make sense.
There was a rap song as well about someone saying they were 6'7". There's like links to multiple things where it has different meanings,
Okay.
but ultimately it's nonsensical.
It's a nonsensical phenomenon as the reason it's
Yeah.
become so great. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I can roll with that.
That's it.
I just don't think it
I just wondered if
I don't
there
think
was
it should
meaning.
count as a word. 6, 7 it's more of
People are saying it,
a phrase.
and they have to say it together.
But dictionary.com are not the
No, they're not
arbiters
the-
of
no,
truth.
no,
It's
Are
got
they?
a dash between
Dictionary.com.
6 and 7, I believe,
It's
when you
just
write it down.
Yeah. Other
So,
terms that made the
that links
shortlist are agentic,
Oh, fucking AI. Yeah.
aura farming.
Sure. Yeah.
You
What's
familiar with
aura farming?
Oh,
Aura farming is...
hasn't got that one, has he?
You don't know aura farming?
I'm probably doing it already, but what is aura farming?
Aura farming. Aura farming is when you do something good and like people are like, oh yeah, you're aura farming because you're like, I don't know,
Increasing your aura.
impressive or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's impressive.
I feel like my aura's a little dim
the
at the
Gen
moment.
Z stare, which is basically
I've heard
just
about that.
like
I know
it's
what
like
that is.
when if you work in retail and you just kind of stare at someone because they're just saying inane shit and you're like, come on.
See, I don't
Can't
believe in the Gen Z stare because I think all generations have people who are terrible communicators.
I know, but no one gave it a name before the internet, so they've just given it a
exactly.
name.
Although there's something to be said about iPad kids and the effect it's had on people, and COVID has affected their education and their social skills.
Do you think TV did that to us though?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm not saying we're paragons of society.
No, I'm not saying we're not comparing. Every generation has a thing,
has
right?
a thing that fucks them up. Yeah.
Do you think TV fucked us up?
I think
Ren and Stimpy fucked me up.
It's weird.
Those zoom-ins were so fucking detailed.
But I mean, literally, I kind of agree with you going with this chart. If I'm honest with you, I probably wouldn't want a kid to be using an iPad all the time. I do think that there's probably
dopamine drain, right? Where as a kid,
is it though? Apparently, dopamine doesn't even work the way we think it works now. Literally, recent studies have suggested that we're kind of getting the way we've all us talking in casual medical ways, our grandparents never would have understood dopamine in the brain, right? But we've all got this baseline knowledge of how our brain chemistry supposedly works. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, all these things have been added to our knowledge or our lexicon. But I don't think we all really fucking know what we're talking about.
No, but it's more of a catch-all, right?
Yeah,
saying dopamine is like
pleasure, your reward.
Your reward, the thing that's released in your body that is allegedly a finite resource, right? And so iPad kids, etc., which is the coin term for anyone that has a device that is their predominant way of not being bored.
Here's your device, child. And also just young kids have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, go on.
So with that, there's evidence to suggest that having this all the time is depleting your dopamine, your reward, because it requires so much of your attention all the time.
Okay.
To have that stripped away from you is damaging.
Yeah, okay.
Because you're used to a certain level of input, and therefore it's created a generational issue with societal skills. And
my response to that would be classic conditioning. Everything is conditioning, so conditioning as in, so the problem you're suggesting here, which I can imagine is true, is that things like attention spans become shorter. Your ability to enjoy things in certain ways become more challenging, right? Lots of different reconfigurations of how your brain chemistry works, right? And that's perfectly plausible and does happen, but it happens to all of us in everything we do. Conditioning and neuroplasticity, the way the brain changes based on what you're doing in your life, is a human feature. So everything, when we used to play computer games, when we used to watch television, I used to tell people, I honestly think this is making me smarter, because I actually do think that, we had something that our previous generations didn't have, where we had these interactive challenges, this really vibrant, deep media that we could learn a lot from and really engage with in a much sort of more immersive way, right? That is something that I think is an experience or a way of doing things that wasn't previously available to other generations. Did it change the way that our brains worked? Yes. Did it have downsides? Yes. Did it have upsides? Probably. And all it is conditioning. If I then said, tomorrow I'm never going to play another computer game again, my behavior and my brain chemistry would almost certainly change over time.
It also may not let you as well.
You think, no, because that's not how the brain works. There's no such thing as rigidity. These kids are not.
What do you mean let him not
as
play?
in an addictive element to doom scrolling, etc. Would make it very difficult. It is an addiction, right? It's I'm just going to stop having cigarettes and therefore I'm going to be healthy. It's not as simple, clean cut as that, is it? You have to wean yourself off of it.
And I mean, cigarettes are almost a bad example because there's chemical addiction there as well. But physical addiction and behavioural addiction is just as powerful. There's just another element there of cigarettes. Yeah, I know you're saying that. But
and it's more intangible because, at least I know if I don't have cigarettes, I can, if they're not in the house, where it's a lot easier nowadays to access the screen.
And you have to recondition yourself. Again, this is just all classical conditioning. This is Freudian shit. This is Pavlovian shit. This is just engaging with your fucking self and going, maybe this isn't the best way I should be doing this. Do I want to try and change this? Yes or no? It's personal fucking responsibility.
Some people have dopamine deficiencies.
Okay, well, they're going to be an outlier.
Parkinson's, depression.
Yeah.
And that's part of
there's societal pressure system as well.
Yeah.
Being a kid, you don't fully understand self.
No.
To begin with, all you want to do is fit in and not be bullied and be friends with everybody. If everyone else is 6'7"ing and you're not catching up on the latest trends and stuff, you're missing out on that need for a human for social interaction. So you do engage with this to your detriment. It takes a lot for you to be then I'm going to remove myself from that so that I can.
So no, it's not necessarily. I'm not saying necessarily that you need to remove yourself from like group, like, you know, doing the whole 6-7 thing with your friends at school is a benefit to you because you're interacting socially, and that's good for human beings. That's good for your brain.
It's not that different from us saying "What's that?"
Yeah. It's social fun.
There's
like,
a difference between someone saying "What's up" and someone saying "What's up." It's like you haven't seen the original thing. You don't know what you're doing.
Of course, there's places to exclude people. Absolutely, yeah. For sure. And I mean, but that's life.
You're faking it.
That's life. In that, like, life is about discovering yourself, working out who you are, and what you're able to project into the world. You know, you're absolutely right. Some people could become really victimized and destroyed by not being part of things.
Othered.
And then but that's such a complicated mechanism going on there with like support for that person. You know. How they feel already, how self-conscious they already are. They might be incredibly confident, you know, and be able to just knock these things off.
Most aren't.
Most are.
Most aren't.
No, I know.
To have that self-reflection and be like, I'm going to stop this, despite everyone else around me enjoying this thing and engaging it with it. And I have so many like points of conversation with them because of this. I think it's unhealthy, so I'm going to stop doing all that. I think that takes a lot of confidence.
There's pros and cons.
And obviously, and at that age as well, like you don't really have that much maturity to kind of take those.
Yeah, you're a kid, right?
Yeah, so
you
tend to try and go with the crowd.
Yeah, of course.
You make a judgment call. You're like, should I stop using social media?
Were you having these thoughts at school?
Well, social media wasn't really big,
A little bit at secondary school. I remember becoming more reflective, but that's how it works as you grow up. You stuff happens to you, and you can't help that, especially as a child. Like, stuff happens to you, and that's not your fault, and it has an input. That's just reality. And
you miss making napalm.
Yeah,
so that would have given you probably quite a dopamine hit when you played it. When you played with that stuff and you fucked around with.
Yeah. Well, there's an
explosives in your garden, like that's like, oh shit, fun. But then you grow up and you're like, well, that's not something I should or want to do anymore. And
should have been inheriting that. Yeah.
But whenever we do a project where it involves something like that, you do get excited and you're like, fuck, that was fun. That was that dopamine hit that you got from something you enjoyed it as a child.
Yeah, that's why I always see news articles of people being like really destructive, or like people shot fireworks at firemen as they were trying to put a blaze out. I'm like, fuck me, that's so dumb. But I can also totally imagine my 12-year-old self just going, this is hilarious.
Let it take over.
Yeah, exactly.
A pot of flour onto people's cars.
Yeah. You know, you just don't have that step in, that interruption mechanic as well tuned as when you're younger. But that is just life, and that is just going from a young person to an older person. That's wisdom, you know. Like, you can't obsess over it too much.
Yeah, but the people get addicted, don't they? That's what.
Vaping?
Well, no, it's in like dopamine. Well,
that's the big fucking problem.
That is obviously addictive in itself, like you say, chemically as well.
Yeah.
But doom scrolling. People get addicted to filling that space that would previously be nothing, or empty thoughts,
fear of boredom,
or thinking about negative thoughts, or letting intrusive thoughts come in. They then just have to fill it with sound, fill it with TikToks and whatever.
Fill it with weed. Fill it with drinking.
With anything that kind of ticks those boxes. So,
but what it is it's representative, and I'm not saying that everybody has the strength or the time or the energy to go and fight those problems, but it's representative of larger problems, right? You're covering those things with those behaviors, and if you're lucky enough to have the time and energy to engage with those behaviors that you already feel like aren't great, and you're successful in trying to do that, then that's great. That's progress. That's you living your life in moving in a positive direction, and it's not your fault if you can't do that. I don't know what point I'm trying to make here, but like
the difference is with like the internet and social media as examples of addiction is they are stacked against you because they are
trying to do that,
tailored to keep you on there. Right? Cigarettes aren't vying for your attention every time.
They are trying to get attention. That's why it's so fucking colourful.
And I know you have a completely different point of view to that, but it's not true, and I think you're wrong.
Right.
In that it is addictive, and social media is literally algorithmically tailored to keep you on its platform because that's how it earns money. Yeah. And it's effective and it works. That's why everyone is doing it.
Yeah.
So...
But do you think... But I don't think that those things now negatively affect me as much as they once did, partly because I reduced my consumption of them. But I'm not denying the powers and effectiveness and the insidiousness of these technologies or these apps, right? Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is we all have the capability to do a pro-con kind of situation, right? Of like, okay, I know this thing is affecting me. Yes, I'm really into this thing, right? I know I only have a short amount of time on this earth. am I okay with spending the time I've got doing this thing? That's all it is. It's just a cost-benefit analysis, right? And
anyone can make that analysis.
Yes,
it's applying that analysis that's the difficulty.
Yeah, and that's what I said about some people won't have the energy, the time, the faculty, the support to be able to move away from that, and that's not their fault.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you do, or if you even want to, if you even want to try, try. Like, and I don't think focusing on just the very addictive, very like, oh, well, I'm stuck in this, aren't I? I'm like, well.
No, I'm not talking about being resigned to it.
Right, okay. Well, then that's fine. That's all I care about.
It's more a case of I'm just looking at why has Gen Z got that stare? Why has that been brought up in our lexicon? Why has that been noted as a thing that people are noticing? And why is it harder to like break these habits than previously? We didn't have these things previously, so we're looking at new reasons as to why they're so addictive. And why it's difficult for someone of that age to break that habit and have that reflection. So I'm thinking, like, why is it as addictive as cigarettes or weed? Or weed isn't addictive, or maybe it is. I don't know.
It is very addictive.
Well, there was one country that was going to propose doing similar things that they've done to cigarettes packets, where they put like horrible, gross images and stuff, but for social media. I'm not sure how that looks.
It's just a front-facing camera.
Oh,
I look gross.
That's me. I don't know how that works, but I haven't got the article here. But I swear I saw that the one country was going to try and approach that with something similar, treating it like addiction, which is interesting because it is. It can be addictive, and obviously, especially if you're a child and you've got that free time. People will be just sat scrolling, and then God knows what fucking pops up.
It's mostly
on the screen.
children, right?
So,
I think that's what I'm worried about. Is children that don't have this adult perspective of weighing up the pros and cons, or feeling
or just having the time, like you say, like if you're stuck at home and you don't have a job, or you haven't got other things that are occupying your mind, or maybe you have shit going on at home, you'd rather distract yourself from that. Then there's
a bunch of evidence to suggest
addiction.
Being bored is so good for the brain. As painful as it is to be in a bored state, it's so good for you to then reflect on your life and then create new neuron pathways, etc.
See, I think being bored is just a rebranding of mindfulness.
It is.
I think ultimately that, again, pretty strong psychological theory says delayed reward, like spreading out the length of time, like the amount of endeavor that's required to achieve a reward is good for you.
It's so easy access now. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. And then also just being mindful and taking a moment to not constantly razz your brain, because it's a lot just to be present. And then also just the fact that like all of these technologies facilitate such wide view of so many things, again, that our hardware is not particularly great at dealing with. Of course it's good holistic psychological housekeeping.
I think if you could take a chance to like cut off from all these things and then just analyze what is going on in your head, like how bored do you feel, how like driven are you to like cure this endless emptiness going on right now, and that's probably a good sign of like how much you are relying on these things right now and how much work you need to do ultimately.
And the good thing is you're already building up to start thinking about those things. You're already gaining energy to go like, right, I'm gonna try, right? And even if you fail, it's fine because you tried. Try again. That's all it is. It's just
make the
it's good parenting, it's good psychology, it's just good personal health. Don't
give up. Like try again, try a new angle, or make the step that you're trying to make a smaller step on the way to achieving something. You don't have to cut it all
like
out.
A Dark Souls game.
Like a Dark Souls game.
We have to try and try again.
I got pretty good at those. And the dopamine that you get released once you go through the trials and tribulations.
Because you've been working really, really hard.
Fucking hell. I can see why.
I think if you can apply that same, absolutely. The delayed in any form, delayed gratification in any form is good.
Yeah,
I do think that with gaming, unfortunately, we've lost an extra level of like spatial ritual in that if you were spending that time to like make a chair or something like that, like if you, some sort of craft perhaps, or some sort of like just sowing food in your garden, all these like much more physical, natural things are essentially the same thing. Like games has really been good at replacing that, like the thing your brain and body wants to do, right? And we love it. It's great fun. They're designed really well.
It's what the reward is, right? Like with the sowing, the things you get food eventually, or you can craft a chair that you can sit on for years. With gaming, you get an achievement in your Steam profile.
But it's all digital still, isn't it?
Like if you were cooking from a recipe,
it's true.
The end result, you have that satisfaction.
I've eaten it. Yeah,
it's actually pretty good. Or it could be god awful. You try again.
Smith's saying it's replacing all those things because gaming doesn't really give you a tangible.
There's no tangible, but like it's Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so you need that physical ritual. Life is full of rituals.
I think what I'll do anytime I get an achievement in a game is 3D print myself a little medal.
Cool.
Yeah. And then stick it on a wall.
Just put it on.
Make a bandolier of medals.
Look what I did.
Like fucking Worf.
Yeah.
Look what I did.
I got a cool achievement in my game.
I feel like I almost applaud that. Well, yeah, I've made these medals for myself to give myself a physical sense of satisfaction for the time I've spent in digital space. I'm like, fuck me, that's meta.
Yeah. Got all these participation awards.
Yeah.
That all
Booted
came
up
from
game.
fucking Gen Z's there. I didn't even get to over-tourism, tariff, and tradwife.
God
They're
damn.
also words that...
There's a lot going on in the world.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And that means we have to do a hat chat every week to keep on top of it.
Indeed.
Yes.
That's
And
true.
so we will.
Thank you very much to our Patreon supporters.
Big up to the
very much.
Patreons.
We really appreciate it. We really appreciate your
Keep us
patience.
hard and horny, I think.
Yes,
You do.
If you are interested in supporting us in any form, really, the Patreon's a great place to go because it gives us the best cut. So if you're watching this online and you enjoyed this, you're not supported, we'd really appreciate it. It's
Patrons also get the content from that members get as well. So
Right.
if you were worried that we're missing out, it's posted there too.
Yeah, I can tell you how that works as well. So you just go on our Discord,
Lovely graphic.
discord.gg/hatfilms. If you're a Patreon supporter, you link your Patreon to your Discord account, and then you gain access to our special Scrubscriber channels where we release all those videos that we release to YouTube members
Indeed.
to you guys, and the same for Twitch as well. So if you support us on Twitch, you get the same benefits.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's
why we try to make our platform agnostic, so no matter how you're supporting us, you still get the same thing.
Try to, yeah.
you think
try
there's a
to.
god, but you're just not sure which one.
Yeah, just pick your favourite.
So just
your
bog
favourite.
down the editors with more admin.
There's a lot more admin to do that, but we think it's worthwhile so that you can pick
Yeah.
and choose your platform ultimately. So we hope you enjoy that, and thanks so much for supporting. And if you do support all three of us on those, then you're obviously a god.
Yeah. Or
If
even
you-
the Hat Chat podcast members, which I did turn on. I don't even know if anyone's actually
YouTube.
become a member on it.
So
It's
the Hat
the
Film-
YouTube channel has members activated. But I don't think you get the same benefits
You
as
don't
patrons.
get the
So if
same
you're looking for
benefits.
benefits, Patreon's the best one. If you're
Yeah.
looking for just literally just that kind of, maybe you're going to print off a little golden medal and put on your bandolier.
Yeah.
That would be another one to do.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Thanks for listening to us today. Appreciate this was deep, wide, and
Ooh, spacious.
hardcore. So we'll see you in the next one next week.
Indeed.
Have a great day and life,
Oh, God.
Great life.
just in case.
Just in case. Bye.
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 Need to relax, need to chill. Walk into a spa, I'm gonna drop a pill. In a steamed up room, 8 silhouettes around me. 16 oiled hands caress my skin. 16 hands. 16 hands. Neuralink on the blink. Snap out of it now. Are those hands on my thighs? The light shines. It's been a while since the Emerald Mines. I killed 3 planets this week. The pills started kicking. Is that enough to soothe what I did? What I make? What the hell did I take? What? 16 hands on my skin. It's been a while since the Emerald Mines. Can't stop thinking about crimes. What the hell did I take? Can't stop thinking about crimes. What the hell did I take? Can't stop thinking about rhymes. 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 What the hell did I take? Little bit of lava in the drum. Rhymes. Little bit of lava in the drum. Rhymes. Rhymes. Can't stop thinking about rhymes. What the hell did I take?
Bucket, 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 bucket.